Right. AI, artificial intelligence. It feels like it's everywhere these days, right?
That is.
And so we're gonna deep dive right into this. We're gonna figure out what exactly it is,
Yeah.
where we're seeing it already, and then what questions it raises going forward. We've got a great excerpt here called "The Role of Artificial Intelligence in Modern Technology"
Mhm.
that we're going to use to guide this deep dive.
It's a really interesting one. I think there's a lot to unpack here.
Yeah, for sure. So first of all, can we just like get a definition out of the way? Like when we say AI, what are we actually talking about? I think,
Mhm.
we all have these sort of sci-fi images in our heads, but
Right.
it's got to be more than that.
Yeah, it's definitely more nuanced than just robots taking over the world or something.
Yeah.
At its core, AI is about making computers do the kinds of things that usually humans are good at.
Okay.
Things like, learning and reasoning and problem solving, even making decisions.
Right.
And the thing is, they can often do them even better than we can, faster, more accurately, you know?
Yeah, that's a little unnerving. Yeah, a little bit.
So the excerpt talks about like all these different branches or categories of AI, like machine learning and neural networks and deep learning. It does feel like every time I look, there's some new AI buzzword.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do we even start to like untangle all of that?
Okay, well, let's start with machine learning.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the idea that we can teach computers to learn from data,
Okay.
but without actually programming every single step for them.
Sure.
Like if you think about how Spotify knows what music to recommend to you,
Yeah.
that's machine learning. They're looking at your listening history, and they're using that data to figure out what you might like next.
Yeah.
And there are different flavors of machine learning too, like supervised and unsupervised and reinforcement learning.
Mm-hmm.
Each one's good for different kinds of problems.
So it's like it's almost developing like its own taste in music based on
Yeah,
mine.
exactly.
Okay, so what about these neural networks? That was another one that was in the article.
Yeah.
So neural networks are kind of modeled after the human brain. They have all these interconnected nodes that process information like the neurons do. And they're really good at recognizing patterns even in super complicated data sets.
Okay.
That's why they're good for things like image recognition. So like your phone being able to unlock with your face or Facebook suggesting who to tag in a photo.
Right.
That's neural networks. And there are different types of neural networks too. Like convolutional neural networks are really good for image processing. And recurrent neural networks are good for things like speech and text.
Okay.
It depends on the task.
Yeah, I'm starting to see why people are saying this is going to revolutionize everything. It already is.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And then there's deep learning, which is like a more powerful kind of machine learning
Okay.
that uses these multi-layered neural networks. So because they're so deep, they can handle these incredibly complex tasks. Like a good example is self-driving cars. They use deep learning to process all the information from the sensors and figure out where they are and how to drive safely.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I think we're getting a handle on the basics here.
I think so.
But what are some of the ways this is like impacting our lives?
Yeah.
Day to day. Like where are we actually seeing AI in action?
Well, I mean, for starters, just think about your phone.
Right.
Like Siri or Alexa or whatever virtual assistant you use, that's AI.
Right.
Understanding what you're saying and responding. Or even like those personalized shopping recommendations you get online. That's AI algorithms looking at what you've bought and what you've looked at and trying to figure out what you might want next.
Yeah.
Even your spam filter is using AI to keep your inbox clean.
Right.
So it's kind of working behind the scenes in so many ways.
It really is, and it's everywhere once you start looking for it.
Oh, yeah.
What about like beyond our phones? What are some other areas where this is really starting to make a difference?
Well, one that's really interesting to me is healthcare. So they're using AI to help doctors diagnose diseases, especially in radiology where you're looking at medical images. AI can often spot things that humans might miss.
Oh, wow.
And it can also help with things like planning personalized treatment plans, based on a patient's genes and lifestyle. And it's even helping to speed up drug discovery, which is amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Oh.
It sounds like it has the potential to really improve things in so many ways.
Yeah.
But I do have to ask the question that I think is on a lot of people's minds,
Yeah.
which is this going to take our jobs?
Right. That's
Yeah.
a big one. And the truth is it's complicated. I mean, on the one hand, yeah, AI is automating certain tasks. And that means some jobs, especially ones that are very repetitive or involve a lot of data entry, those jobs might go away.
Right.
But on the other hand, AI is creating new jobs too.
Right.
And things like, AI development, of course, data science, AI ethics. We need people who can build these systems and manage them and make sure they're being used ethically.
So it's not as simple as like robots taking over.
No, it's more like a shift in what skills are going to be valuable.
Right.
So I think the key is to be adaptable and to focus on learning the skills that AI can't replace easily, like things like critical thinking and creativity and problem solving and emotional intelligence. Those are going to be really important.
Well, gosh, this has been really fascinating.
Yeah, it's a really interesting field.
I feel like we've learned a lot, and it's only just the beginning.
Oh, yeah. This is just scratching the surface.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So much more to explore here. But that's all the time we have for today's deep dive.
Yeah.
I'm really curious to hear what our listeners think about all of this. What do you think the impact of AI is going to be on your life in the next 5 years? Let us know. And we'll see you back here next time for another deep dive into a totally new topic.
Looking forward to it.
All right.